Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Darkest Hour. It is episode 25 tonight. No guest, it's just Donnie J and myself, Soma. It's good to have you all here tonight. What up, boys?
What up?
What's up, dude? We're here on a Tuesday night.
Yep.
Awesome.
There's absolutely nothing to talk about.
I know. I was just going to say there's been no updates. It's going to be so hard to get through this episode tonight, but I think we'll be able to manage.
Yeah, we might. Who knows?
Donnie, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm swell. Work is going well. I'm in recruiting, so it's been a slow season for recruiting, but
yeah,
hiring's picking back up. So cross your fingers. Thanks, Joe Biden. Appreciate it. But yeah, things are good. Take care of myself, dude. I think I'm officially a fucking old man. You ready for this? Guess what I spent $65 on yesterday?
A shower douche.
Joint pain.
Shower douche? No, God, no.
Oh.
It's like $1 max.
Joint pain relief medication.
Oh, that's good. That's a good guess. No. Racquetball. I got 2 racquetball rackets and a set of racquetballs, dude. And me and my buddy went up to the gym and started playing. That shit is fun. You look dorky as fuck. Yeah, no, it's a good time, dude. Because I mean, you're just like running around, slapping a ball off walls, and like trying to run around each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I'll say. My athletic history comes from doing football and like rugby, real meathead sports, right?
Yeah.
And when I hear somebody, they're like, "Oh, you should probably take like a safety precaution." Like I got into mountain biking, they're like, "You should probably wear a helmet when you're going on these like little trails." It's like, nah, I'm not a bitch. Like I'm not gonna wear a helmet. Rode a mountain bike. I was like, I probably want a fucking helmet next time. So I bought these racquetballs and I started playing. I was like, goggles? Like I'm not gonna wear fucking goggles when I'm smacking a ball around. Get fucking goggles. That shit is scary. That ball fucking flies, dude. And I was like, like it'd be flying at me. I'd be like, put my hands up, like. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I've seen people play racquetball. I've seen videos of it. It's going so fast. I don't even understand how those fucking dorks are doing it. It seems intensely quick.
It is.
Can't say I've ever
it's definitely a
racquetballed.
skill. I feel like I got a real measure of my my reaction time from playing that game.
Oh, I bet.
Because you like it's interesting. It's a fun time, but. I'll be doing that for a little bit. I'll be racquetballing.
Look at you doing IRL shit. Good for you. Jay, how are you?
Right.
What's going on with you?
Doing all right. Just been grinding on some Star Siege, dude. Know about that?
It looks. It's something to do.
You know,
yeah.
It's not that bad or anything. It's pretty decent.
Something to keep your lips wet with until you can start drinking down some dad again, right? Some dad juice.
You know, I wouldn't quite phrase it like that, but yeah, that might work.
Juice.
I'll roll with that.
Okay.
Donnie over here taking balls to the face on the weekend, so I'm gonna talk about dad juice. Sounds like the Darkest Hour, dude.
Damn right. I actually had a fucking
said.
dad moment because I was so I get in the car, I pick my buddy up, right? I just bought the racquetball shit. I look him in the eyes, I go, listen, hey man, if I asked you, dude, like we're bros, would you look at my balls if I needed you to? Like, I trust you to do this. Would you check my balls out? And he's like, you serious? I was like, yeah. Can you check my balls out? And I just handed him over, like, the racquetball. So I was like, there you go. Good old knee slapper. You know what I'm saying?
Good job,
You
Donnie.
had me in the first half, Donnie.
You had me.
Yeah.
You had me. That's
great.
great.
You had to be there. It was a good time.
Nice. Okay, so there's been no updates. We have nothing to talk about. Good episode, boys. No, for real though.
Goodbye.
Yep.
For real. We had a couple of crazy things drop. Just over a week ago, we had Iron Mace's Warlock first look video, which we will be watching tonight. And then earlier today, we had another new video drop called A Jolly Jaunt in Hell. And man, there's a lot of good stuff in it. So I was thinking, let's watch both videos and just break them down and talk about what we see and take questions from chat. Does that work for you, boys?
Yeah, I'm down.
Here's the first question.
My first impression takes.
I am
I'm
super
excited.
curious. So in the Bard video, the Bard is playing a bunch of songs. First of all, he's playing different instruments. Was anybody in the? I guess this is more for like the community because I was kind of half getting ready, half watching it. Do we have any idea what those new spells are? Like if
We're
they're
gonna
new
talk.
buffs or
We're gonna
anything?
talk,
Okay.
baby. Oh yeah. My question is, do we watch the older video, the Warlock video first, chronological order, and then go to the new? Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So let's watch the Warlock first look video, y'all. Let's get this bitch queued up. Let's do this. I'm excited. All right, boys, here we go. The Warlock, y'all.
Let me know when you start it, would you?
I'm starting it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you.
Spell memory down here.
Oh, it brings me back.
Takes me back to a simpler time. Integrity.
Integrity Farms.
I don't get that one.
Integrity?
It's
South
South
Park?
Nope.
Integrity.
He's uncool. So I guess my general outtake on Warlock, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like a damage over time battle mage.
Yeah,
I
kind
definitely get battle mage vibes, but we've only seen literally one curse, one spell that's damage over time. I mean, yeah, there's this power of sacrifice buff that damages you, but that's different.
Can we pause?
Is that different?
Can we pause and see what the specifics of the spell is? Okay.
Sure. Is it different if there is a buff that does a little bit of damage to you, and then a spell you cast that does damage over time to someone? That's essentially kind of the same, right?
You said a buff that damages you?
Yeah, so I'll read off the spells really fast and we'll continue. So spells cost 3 HP to cast. Unlimited spell slots.
Yep.
So you don't have 5 fireballs and have to rest. It costs
That's cool.
3 HP to cast. Curse of Pain instantly deals 10 magic damage to the target and curses them with agony. Agony does 10 magic damage over 8 seconds.
Yep.
Power of Sacrifice. Target loses 2 health per second, but increases strength by 15, and it's roughly 12 seconds long.
Increases strength by 15?
So you're getting like
it's a lot.
30...
For 3 health?
You're getting like, no, 2 health per second for like 12 seconds.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
yeah,
that's
so you're losing 24 health, but you're getting 30-ish health for the 15 strength. But the only thing is, if you're not taking any damage, that's not so bad. But if you're getting hit while that sacrifice... power of sacrifice
quick.
on, it adds up quick, yeah. And
Trolls
then the other
blood meta for the Warlock, dude.
we'll get to that as well.
Oh, okay.
Curse of Weaken reduces target's base stats by 20%. So that's interesting. And then the Dark and Darker devs commented on a 1peg video, and they said that, quote, please note that the skills and perks are a work in progress, so they might change a little before they go out. Torture Mastery, which is the perk he has on here. You can see it down here, right there. Restores HP from curse damage. And the Q, which is not used in this video, you'll see, adds some magic damage to your next physical attack. So that's great. The thing is, though, what you're going to see in this video is with that Torture Mastery perk, restoring HP from curse damage, it's only restoring HP from Curse of Pain. It does not restore HP from anything else. And here's the kicker. The Warlock in this video, when he uses health potions and bandages, they do not heal him or work. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how do you heal?
Through using
Rest.
Curse of Pain and rest.
Only Oh.
So, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. We'll get to that. I will say this, couple of other notes. Warlocks can use the Ranger's Warden outfit, and they cannot use hand crossbows. They can use falchions. They also have their own gear, the occultist hood, the pants, and the boots. I guess the occultists get down shirtless together. The Warlock couldn't heal with potions or bandages, like I said. My question is this tied to the Torture Mastery perk, or is this a feature that all Warlocks just must contend with? We don't know, but let's watch the video. I guess maybe it's a good idea to get that information out first so people understand what they're seeing more. Here we go. Here's like the little blood 3 for the cost down here.
God. Okay.
Is it worth also mentioning on this one that they can use Zweihände and Longsword?
Yeah, I mean, that's in the new
Probably.
video. But yes, that is correct. The new thing we saw in the other video that we'll get to is Warlocks can use Longsword and the Zweihander, which makes me so fucking happy. We'll talk more about that later. So fucking cool.
Augie-san's gonna have a
I already messaged Augie. I was like, Warlock reporting for longsword school, sir. He's ready to go. I think he might actually play Warlock as well.
Here's my problem. I'm already upset. Warlock already has a better active damage ability than Fighter. If they have the magically empowered sword or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're going to be able to use Crystal Sword as well. That it only makes sense. We'll see though. So there's Curse of...
Especially if they're hybrid, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's Curse of Pain ticking on him. You can see his health going back up. There was going back up. I can't wait for this class, especially... I can see you bringing in a spellbook, and then people bringing in a Zweihander and a longsword, and just going apeshit with on PvE with Zweihander, and then when players come in, taking that Zweihander off, slap it on the longsword, and just destroying people. Because the Zweihander, if you aggro an entire room and clump up a bunch of mummies or skeletons and pull them together, you can cleave through a whole room pretty fast. I think that's going to be the room clear meta later on, to be honest.
Let me ask a silly question. So he's casting with the spellbook. Why is he doing Magic Orb and Falchion?
I think that I don't know if this is true, but I think maybe, my guess is, you probably start with the Crystal Ball and the Falchion. That's like your starting loadout. And then he found a spellbook, and he's just using the spellbook because the casting time is faster. That's my guess. But if he didn't have a spellbook, he'd be able to cast Curse of Pain with his right click with his Crystal Ball. Which is cool.
True, yeah.
Here's Curse of Pain again. He's going to cast it. Bam, there's 3 damage to him. Cast it and missed again. So that's 6 damage. Yep, 6 damage. And 6 damage to him, and no payoff. It's not great.
Remind me, how much damage does Curse of Pain do?
Does 10 damage outright, and then 10 over 8 seconds. But obviously that'll scale probably with perks, gear, stats. So I'm assuming it could be extremely powerful later. Yeah. Like imagine you're hitting like 25 to 30 damage Curse of Pains that are doing 25 to 30 damage over time. You're weakening them and then going in with your longsword and fucking riposting their attacks and just destroying them. And if they're a fighter, you're just cutting through their damage reduction as well. I think barbarians are going to be the big issue for warlocks because they have so much magic resistance.
Yeah. Fuck fighters up. Better take sprint.
So he's going to Curse of Pain that, and I'll watch his health. No, did he miss? I guess he missed.
The kind of nice thing is that the damage or the health you spend to cast gets turned into rested health.
Yes, which is really nice.
Oh, does it go down, or you can just do it whenever?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you can rest whenever, but if you rest and then cancel the rest and don't fully heal the rested health, it goes away.
Right.
Okay.
I think Bard playing his rested HP song, whatever, I can't remember the name of it, with the Warlock could be so good. There's Moldy Bread they just picked up.
Eat that? That's not gonna do before.
No, a lot of people think that like the skulls and the moldy bread and shit are quest items. I completely disagree. I think they're reagents for crafting. I don't see why a broken skull or moldy bread would be a quest item. Makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get that, but maybe I could be wrong. But I think that skulls and moldy bread and maggots and stuff, I think that you're going to be using that to craft potions.
Do we know the item description?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
What'd you say, Donnie?
Do we know the item description on moldy bread?
Nothing great, just like a piece of bread with bacteria on it.
So it has no effect.
Yeah, you can't even sell it.
Gotcha.
So I can see why people would think maybe that is a quest item because you can't sell it, but I think it's going to be
you can't smell it or sell it.
Or maybe not sell it, but I don't know. We'll have to look at it. I don't know. I could be talking on my ass.
Sure.
Yeah, the next video that gets released, I just want to watch SDF organize his inventory. I want to see what the developer intended Tetris is.
You know what sucks is using this torture mastery thing and trying to heal with your curse of pain. If someone kills the skeleton you just cast it on, you're not going to get your heals. I feel like I really hope this healing thing, because you need the full damage over time to tick, so you get that health back, right?
Well, it's only 3, right?
It's 3 health, but I mean, it kind of adds up.
It's gonna tick pretty quick, I would imagine.
Ish.
Yeah, I think, by the way, the healing thing is confirmed, like, tied to Torture Mastery.
Confirmed?
Like, heal from this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Grayson said that. Pretty sure.
That's such a relief. Because I plan on playing Warlock. Like, this is what I'm going to go all in on and just try to get good at it. If Warlock could not use bandages and pots, that was a feature, I was not going to be happy about that. But if it's like, you can just not use Torture Mastery. There's other perks available. Well, there will be anyway. So I'm probably going to skip Torture Mastery.
He seems like he'd be a really good team fighter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I'm questionable about their solo ability.
I think that
the solo will be real good.
I think it's going to be really strong, depending on what perks and abilities are available. But I think like a Warlock, if they have some good sustain spells and a couple of really good debuffs, and they can swing a longsword and riposte and parry fighters and barbarians, it's going to kick ass.
You know what's gonna fuck up Warlocks? Is Rangers, I think. Because you're gonna be walking around with pretty low health, I'd imagine, at decent amounts of time in the fight. Now, if a Ranger can just right in the back, like 1 or 2 arrows.
Maybe.
I think
I
they're
don't know.
gonna be the Warlock killer.
I'm afraid of barbarians personally. I think barbs are going to be the thing that really fucks up a Warlock. I think Warlocks are going to counter fighters pretty decently, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think barbs are going to be scary. I think...
That's the fighter life right there. Get smoked by any and all spells.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
We get our magic resist gear, dude. They come. I like the idea that fighters like gear dependent. I think that's good.
Oh yeah, it's very good. I agree.
Yeah, it seems like Warlock will be pretty versatile. I think in solo it'll be good, but it is going to be just like dot and run. Like, you're probably going to buff them, you know, sacrifice to do more dot damage. You're going to pain them.
Yeah.
It's going to be lots of kiting
to fight.
Yeah, it's going to be
It's
lots of
so
kiting.
much kiting, yeah.
That's why I think Ranger's going to be good against a Warlock, because he's going to run up and kite you, and you're just going to right in the back.
I think when it comes to Rangers, you're going to be rushing to get to the Rangers as soon as possible, using that Q to do as much damage as possible, and just hoping for the best. I mean, that's like most classes of Ranger.
Gun,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to rush that motherfucker, for sure.
Ooh. Nogar Drew said give Rangers auto arrow pickup. Ooh. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, meh.
I'm whatever on it too.
Might be nice, actually.
Getting near the end here. It is a shame that we didn't get to see the Q be used in this video. I think that's kind of a weird choice, but oh well. Honestly, I feel like maybe a different run would have been better as well. But it's all right. They did their best.
Let me ask you this. Do we know how much damage the Q does?
Nope.
Nope.
Nobody knows. Oh, he just killed his buddy. That sucks.
Good old classic Dark and Darker game.
So there's an act skull right there. If you notice, it's torches back in the utility slot. Love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good thing. Here's like a ball of maggots right here. Here's the moldy bread. Yeah.
Quest items does make sense.
Say again?
I said that does make sense as a quest item.
Quest item or a reagent?
Yeah, reagent, yeah. Did we ever see him cast accidentally on his teammates?
No.
No.
I think he broke. But I think he was avoiding.
I don't even
like,
think
you
he
could see
buffed
how
his teammates.
he shot wide a little bit. on some of those, I think you probably can do like Curse of Pain accidentally on your teammates.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, you can cast any
100%.
spell on any entity in the entire game, dead or alive.
There you go.
Prepare to enter the next floor. This poor barbarian. Little solo barb going down to Inferno. Poor little bugger.
Also another classic.
Mm. Come on now.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is slow.
Dude, oh, that's tough.
Okay. Well, that was new. Hell's looking pretty nice. Little facelift. This is so fucking hilarious. This poor bastard. Why not just have him come in, run out and close the door on him? That's adorable. That was adorable. So yeah, there's the Warlock first look. We already went over the spells, but again, Curse of Pain, deal 10 damage to the target, curse them with Agony. Agony does 10 magic damage over 8 seconds. Power of Sacrifice, target loses 2 health per second, but increases their strength by 15. 12-second-ish duration. Curse of Weakness, reduce target's base stats by 20%.
That Curse of Pain flew pretty quick. It looked like a pretty quick projectile.
Yeah,
Curse of Pain is going to be bread and butter.
It's basically Zap, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really fucking good.
I'm excited for it, yeah.
Let's say here, what? Fucking, how much health does a fighter have? Like,
100
Like
base.
100 or something?
Yeah, so you cast Curse of Pain 5 times on him, you lose 50. Let's say, you know, he's just chasing after you and you can just run away from him all day. He's dead in 10 seconds.
Yeah, you get a couple of Curse of Pains off, you turn around, you pop, you know, Curse of Weakness, and then you slash him a couple times with your falchion. You're fucking good.
Goddamn.
Hit your Q, do some magic damage to him.
You're gonna be annoying as fuck to fight as any melee class.
Absolutely. Can a Warlock potentially kill himself by casting a spell? We don't know that, but I'm assuming maybe, yeah.
Probably.
If not, that's lame.
So.
Yeah. So let's see here. So you said it's confirmed that the heal thing where they could not use potions or bandages is tied to the Torture Mastery perk.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure.
I hope that's true. Maggots, worms, skulls, moldy bread. Like I said, my guess is they're the reagents, they're not quest items. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Torches back in the utility slot. Lantern now on the offhand slot, which is cool.
Was it? Oh, I didn't even
We'll
notice.
see that in the next video.
Okay.
So I think a good point was brought up. Snitsy goes, the spell should gray out like you don't have enough power to cast it, not to kill yourself. But imagine you are in the sweaty big team fight, and you as the Warlock, you cast Curse of Pain, sacrificing yourself to save the homies and get that off. Dude, come on.
Yeah, I guess if you have 3 HP left, you'd be able to cast it and then die at 0. But if you only have 1 or 2 health, you don't have the requirement to cast. It costs 3 health. You wouldn't be able to do it.
Fan, let him die.
Let him do it. Sacrifice for the homies, dude.
That's hilarious.
Go out in a blaze of glory.
Can the Warlock use daggers?
Or just be a dick to that guy you know is like almost dead and you're both about to die and you know he's about to get your ass. You're like, fuck you, die. Like
That's definitely something that a lot of players, including myself, would do.
It's a race to drink your potion. You're like, come on.
Can Warlocks? I'm guessing Warlocks can't use daggers as big skill. I think they probably can.
Probably could.
But we do know that they can use Longsword, Zweihanda, and Falchion, which is fucking amazing. I'm very excited.
I honestly didn't expect the longsword in Zwei.
I did, man. I was calling that a long time ago, man.
Interesting.
I expected longsword.
I thought it was going to be a perk. I thought there was going to be a perk called like Blade Pact or something like that, which opened up the use of longsword, maybe Zweihander. But they can just innately out the gate without using a perk use those swords, which is so sick. It makes me so much more excited about Warlock. But let's watch the next video. It's called A Jolly Jaunt in Hell. And before we do that, if you guys want to see, here's the image of the Zweihanda fighter, barbarian, warlock, confirming it right here. And in turn, here is the longsword fighter and warlock required classes. You would not see that if it took a perk to be able to equip the longsword. It would just say fighter.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
yeah. So bam, that's amazing. Love that. Here is the better video out of the two, in my opinion. This video is sick. We have a lot to discuss with this one, especially with the bard buffs, T-buffs, new skins, emotes that we're going to see, a new boss. Let's do it.
Give me a 3, 2, 1, would you?
Oh.
Please and thank you.
3, 2, 1, go.
There's a real big talking point about the bard. Why they make her so fine?
You're hilarious.
Bard, dude.
Might have me acting up in the crypts, dude.
Well, we got this guy sniffing his coffee or his herbal tea, which is great. You see the aroma coming off. This guy's got a fucking rabbit carcass over his spit, and the hot bard that Jay is attracted to is smoking that the finest leaf in all the Shire over here. Oh yeah, she's like
I couldn't believe they didn't make that cup a wooden mug. Actually,
it looks like it's a wood. Is it a wood mug? Maybe it's like a copper.
Well, I'm saying they like didn't make the cup like the wooden Madrina's mug. Yeah,
it
would have been such a good meme.
Misstop. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. Look at all the buffs down here, just tons of buffs. It looks like the bard has like some speech bubble buff. I think this is probably an aura. In my opinion, I have no proof. I don't know if this is true. I think that's Jokester. Something like Jokester. This is an innate perk that the party gets if they're close by. Well, actually, no. Ranger does not have the speech bubble. Only the fighter does.
Yeah, he gets it sometimes. So I think it's a little scuffed or something.
That's actually interesting. That's weird.
It must just be short range. Jokester, like the rogue perk, is also very short range. It's like 5 meters or something.
Interesting.
You basically have to be shoulder to shoulder.
Interesting.
I have a real good guess as to some of the buffs.
Yeah,
one's pretty obvious. One's like a... Oh wait, maybe we should wait till after him.
We can just pause as we go. Hell's looking so cool. It's looking really good. First thing you hear is bard drumming. This right here, I don't know what the hand thing is, but this right here I think is action speed increasing. And you'll see why I think that with the insane attack speed buff that the ranger will have.
Oh yeah, the hand buff is definitely interaction speed.
Well, there's this little hand, and then there's this hand as well with the 3-up. Maybe they're the same
hand
buff.
With the 3-up. That's so you know how there's 3 qualities of song? You know, there's like well played, decently played, and like shittily played. That determines how strong the buffs are on Bard. So if you play a perfect song, you'll get a 3-up when you cast it.
I thought it was as the song duration after he finishes the song, it's like a 10-second buff. Just like with the speed buff, the movement speed buff, it gets faster the longer the buff is on you. That's what I thought this was.
I'm sure. It could also be though.
Yeah, we'll see. So I think the hand thing, I think these are the same buff. I think this is the duration that the attack speed buff is running, this hand, and this is the level that it is reached as it has been casted on someone. He'll play it a couple times, we'll see.
You know, I'm excited because it looks like Bard has like a offensive debuff now. I think that's nice.
Yes, exactly.
Gives them a bit more utility, you know, and actually they can do something.
I think Bard is suddenly going to be badass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think they're about to get good. So look, there's like a music thing, the speech bubble, the squiggly line. There's so many buffs, and there's so many instruments on the Bard's back. And there's also an instrument, a harp, on the back of the fighter. I don't think that's multi-classing. I don't think it's a fighter Bard multi-class. I think the fighter has... We can check.
He has Weapon Master.
He has Weapon Master, and he's got the weapon on his back. That's all it is.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Accelerando was not team only, right? Like the Bard AoE spells aren't for your team?
It is. It is team only.
Accelerando, really?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then.
No, it's so scuff. You're in a team fight, right? You're just buffing the shit out of the enemy. Yeah, imagine.
So here's the Bard playing the drum over here. We're about to see the attack speed thing pop. Watch. So look, here's the hand. You see the little chunk out of it because the buff has just begun. There's no number yet, right? And they played it perfectly. There was no issues.
Oh, does it count up?
Yeah, watch. It's gonna, as the buff continues on, the attack speed is gonna increase, and it's gonna be at its max potential of 3 when it hits half, or before half at a quarter. So now you have max speed, and then watch as that buff turns off, his shots are gonna be way slower. Yeah.
So you know the squiggly line buff with the up arrow? It's actually the Curse of Weaken, but flipped. So now I'm thinking that's like a plus all stat buff, would be my guess.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 10% base stats or something, but that's a lot. It would have to be a pretty minor buff.
Interesting. Okay.
Because 10% is a plus 8 all stats at that point. It'll round up.
Right. So the little skull thing here, I don't know what that is.
What, on the fighter?
Is that the, no, on the ranger. Is that the headshot buff?
Oh, the skull is the skelly skin. We didn't actually see it, but if you go to like 132, you can see the fighter is the new race. He's an orc or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, orc skin confirms. Yeah, I'll go back.
Orc or like a gargoyle. I don't know what it is. Gargoyle.
He's an orc.
I want like
definitely an orc.
I want like a meaty, like World of Warcraft orc.
Check it out. Watch.
You know?
You gotta go.
He's gonna take his helmet off here. Check it out. There he is, and you can see his face right here. That's an orc.
It looks like a fucking
looks
ghoul.
so evil.
I mean, orcs are typically evil. Yeah, that's definitely an orc. I would bet $100 that is 100% the orc cosmetic that you can earn, just like elf. That bard is an elf, and our ranger is the red skeleton. I just think this is another cosmetic. It's definitely an orc. Okay, so that's awesome. Cool. Loving it. Loving it.
Dude.
So many buffs, so many instruments.
I think it's crazy because it looks like they completely like reworked Bard. Did a lot of work to the class.
And if you notice,
people, when they dropped it, everyone was shitting on it or something. So.
Well, I mean, it was clearly like a preview of what was to come, and people were like, "The Bard is awful." Like, hey, the Bard is brand fucking new and is bare bones. It's 101 shit. Give it some time. But he just played a song that affected the enemy. I don't know if you saw that. So he does have some sort of song he can play that is affecting the enemy. You'll see like a purple musical debuff around him. Watch. So look, he's got musical notes around him now. So the Bard has done, with that song he just played, he has affected this skeleton somehow. I don't know. See the little purple notes.
Fairy fire?
I don't know, something. Maybe it's like maybe it's a weaken, doing less damage, taking more damage, who knows.
I'd imagine, yeah, something like that.
He just played the rest of that XP song. You can see the fighter's HP increasing down here after that song. Bam, 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 ticking up. Very nice. Honestly, it's ticking up fast, too. It's like a potion almost. That's insane.
You call me crazy, but Bard actually looks useful.
Bard looks fucking good. Bard, Barbarian, Warlock, or Wizard, Bard, Warlock could be amazing. I think there's just going to be so many fun combinations now. Look at that duck. Look at that. Did you see that? Look at this shit.
That was fire.
Watch this shit.
That was pretty key.
Look at this fucking Neo shit. Watch out! Watch out, dude! Bam! Look at that. Woo! Neo shit.
Pretty freaking sick. He even bends over.
What time are you at, Sova?
2:54.
Wait, rewind now.
Yeah, remember? Because we
he's
went back
pausing
to
and
look
stuff.
at the orc skin.
You guys should just do a watch together. It'd be much easier.
Attack speed buffs back on.
I wonder why the fighter has the harp.
He just equipped it. He has Weapon Master on. He can still hit with it, but he can't play a song with it. Here's the new enemy. This is like the demon thing.
Demon Berserker.
Demon Berserker, that's right. And look at the dodging the fighter's doing. What a badass. So the song is affecting the demon. He's got all the swirling purple around him.
He's like blocking him.
Look at that dodge. Look at those dodges. Bam, bam. Nice.
Clean.
So the bard doesn't even have to whip out a weapon at all. He can just continuously play music to help the team. I love that.
That is pretty sick.
A notable thing there is the fighter pulled out the lyre or whatever it is.
The lyre?
The lyre. And I'm pretty sure he had his shield and the bow on his back. So I think that implies that the instruments are utility slots.
Interesting. Interesting.
Which I don't know how well that'll work in reality with a bard having 4 of the 6 utility slots, you know, taken up by weapons. If I guess they're gonna run that many weapons.
If they have all their instruments in their utility slots, that just seems like a pain in the ass, like a lot to manage. Like the bard better be really strong if you have to manage that many utility slots.
I would assume like some of the songs automatically pull out the instrument because
I hope so.
The interaction speed one, the interaction speed one is like always played by the drums. Is what I noticed in this. And like the 10
action
times
speed
the
one?
bard played it.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. There he is again playing it.
Yep.
Action speed is now at 3 ticks. Yeah, that's great.
I see, guys. Now you just get your new friend to buy the game, and then you just have him play songs in the back for like the first 5 hours of his gameplay experience.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Song of Peace, where no one can attack or anything, you have a bard go in, play that, while the wizard and the warlock stand back and just zap and dot everyone up and kill them from afar. That shit's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Honestly, this does sound amazing. Oh, this is a cool part. Check this out. So I think what we're seeing here is the new boss, the Skeleton Royal Guard. So we have a new boss in the mix. Of course, we have the Ghost King and the Lich. But here's the Skeleton Royal Guard. Check it out.
And it is a new boss. A lot of people are saying reskin the Lich, but Lucy just confirmed it is a new boss.
Yeah, definitely looks new. He's got like a
Where's
crown
the dead
on his
guys
head.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah, he's about to raise up some stuff. He just pulled some energy source to his sword. Cool little green energy effect on his sword.
Got the little drum. Tunga, tunga, tunga.
Look at that shit. Looks fucking so cool. Looks amazing. I love that.
That looks like the dudes from the ghosts from that third Lord of the Rings movie when they're in like the tomb.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, spoilers, dude.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
It is interesting though. It looks like it's life stealing because it kind of looks like they're like soul siphoning when you're in that green aura or something. So I wonder if that's the main mechanic.
Oh.
Stand in the fire and they life steal.
Check out the summons. The summons aren't the typical skeleton footmen and archers. These look like skeleton rogues with daggers.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Rapscallions.
Very cool. Inferno looks so great. Wow.
It looks fucking scary.
Yeah, it's looking awesome.
Yeah, for skeleton royal guards, those are quite some fleshy summons. It's got to be like the same race that the fighter is, right?
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Maybe.
Oh, you know what it is? I got linked the asset pack that the boss is from, and there's like some demonic, like roguelike dual-wielding dagger creatures. That's got to be what it is. It looks like it.
All right.
Maybe.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Longsword said Warlock on it.
I'm waiting for the longsword skellies where they riposte you in the face.
Holy shit, that'd be so cool.
It'd be so sick, yeah.
Might uninstall. If I get riposted by an NPC, I don't know, dog.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Escape, escape, escape. You can do it.
You little fatty.
You can do it. Run.
Pull that lever.
Run.
Get eaten by bugs, dude.
What a way to go, right?
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you a story. I am like mortified as a child. Remember that first Mummy movie when the bug like crawls in everybody and like kills them?
The scarabs.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that fucking. I was never the same.
And dead. Woo! What a way to go out. What a way to go out.
How's he gonna get ditched by the boys though?
Yeah, he totally got.
God.
Not only did he get ditched, but they fucking aggroed everything in the room. They set their boy up.
For real.
So let's see. Let's look at the menu. We got High Roller leaderboard still. Class Stash, Merchants Trade, Gathering Hall, Customized Shop. It all looks the same to me, which is great. Looks good. So yeah, that is that's the new video, A Jolly Jaunt in Hell, that was released today. First video was the Warlock first look from just over 1 week ago. Not too shabby, boys. Not too shabby at all.
Not bad.
Some solid updates. I'm so happy that we're doing this podcast tonight so that we actually could cover
good
that.
call, actually.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, so a couple things we noticed. New boss, Skeleton Royal Guard. He looked awesome. The Longsword and Zweihander confirmation for Warlock. That makes me so happy. I'm actually probably going to use Zweihanders, which is crazy.
Disgusting.
For PvE. I might bring in a Zweihander just for PvE, and then if I hear someone coming, I'll switch to I'll take it off, throw my Longsword on, have my spell book in my other slot. I can see that being great.
It makes me think. I wonder what other skill they would have. I wonder if you can just run like the magic damage on swing, and just go like a melee warlock with
absolutely
enhanced swings and stuff. Yeah.
I think there's going to be
No spells.
I think that's definitely going to be viable. Yeah, I think there's going to be some pretty decent skills attached to melee stuff, some perks attached to melee. I think there will be spell-less warlocks that are just going in as magic dealing melee users. I think that would be so fucking cool. I think that's going to be really fun. Bard instruments. So there was a drum, there was like a lyre, there was a flute that I heard, a harp, the guitar. Tons of really cool, interesting stuff for the Bard. Lots of new buffs, the speed buff thing. There was some debuff that he was casting on enemies that did something we don't know yet. There's the orc skin, new emotes, the rat on a spit, the pipe, the cup of tea. So much cool new stuff.
The fake Madrina's wooden mug. I'll forever be salty.
Exactly.
Dude, that's what you should get with the mug. You should get like a code for in game where you can activate your special Madrina supporter mug.
Oh yes,
That's actually not a bad idea.
Brr, baby.
That's hilarious.
Really big, really fucking stretch out your E-peen on people, dude.
Oh.
Let's see here. Tadpole says whoever did the overlay did an awesome job. Yeah, big shout out to Scully Bowman and Ayler.
Ayler.
Ayler did the overlay. He did a great job, and then Scully Bowman did the intro. So
nice.
Shout out to both of those guys. So let's do Q&A. Let's talk about the new videos. Let's talk about what we saw in the Jolly Jaunt Through Hell. Let's talk about the Warlock. Let's hear your ideas, your questions, your thoughts. Drop us your shit in chat. Let's see here. Trizzy Troop says there was a cross for the Dead Fighter's icon on the first vid, right? Second vid, there's no cross, or maybe Warlock can res.
Now it's a gravestone thing. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know. It could just be like a new UI, art piece. I don't know if there's much to investigate with that. Maybe you're right. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They said for a long time that progression loot rates were inflated due to the length of the playtest. A lot of people are complaining about shitty loot in Inferno. I think we're seeing a preview of what loot will be like. They don't want people to be kitted out in greens, blues, purples, legendaries, uniques within a week, right? I think that they have stated many times that they accelerated leveling, XP gain, and the loot drop tables. Not accelerated loot drop tables, but increased chances of better loot because the playtests are only a week long and they want to test out as many things as possible, including good loot. I think in the actual game, leveling will be way slower. Finding good shit is going to take longer. It's going to encourage you to go to hell more, to do boss runs more, to go to high roller more.
High roller incentive, yep.
Exactly. Yep.
They got to find a way to put you in there somehow. So.
Valforce says, what stat changes will Orc skin have? I think it's going to be +1 strength, -1 agility. That's my guess.
Just the opposite of elf?
Yep.
Well, orcs are kind of dumb, so I'm going to go strength knowledge myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I like strength. I like strength buff on orc.
+1 strength, -1 knowledge. That actually makes sense.
I want like a beefier orc, though. You know, I want a slightly more beefy boy.
You're thinking 2 and 2? Or are you talking
Okay.
thickness?
Nah, I'm talking about the model.
Oh,
he looks
okay.
like fucking Nosferatu. He looks like a goddamn ghoul. Like I want a big like green, like bright fucking green orc man with some like those
You want the World of
what's the
Warcraft
thing?
orc.
Yeah, I want a fucking chunk boy.
Orc
Not like
orc.
too chunky where you get shot with every fucking arrow, but just a little chunkier, a little wider, a
I
little
feel
broader.
that. I feel that. He looks a little weird, but he looks pretty orky to me. He looks like a Lord of the Rings orc, which I think
Yeah,
is
he
great.
He looks like a Lord of the Rings goblin, in my opinion.
He does look kind of
doesn't-
goblin-y, doesn't he?
He doesn't look very orky.
Yeah, he's like a mix. He's like a hybrid
Someone said
goblin.
like drow
orc.
or something?
No, I don't.
I
Definitely
drow
not
is
drow. I don't see
Yeah.
drow, but goblin orky hybrid shit I can see.
Yeah, and you don't have to like make his body any bigger. Just make his facial features like a little like rounder and bigger, not so sharp.
Less Voldemorty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Give him some fangs that kind of stick out like over his mouth, some top fangs. That'd be sick.
Radic says, I want dwarfs to be added. I think they'll come. I think it's going to be weird balancing for a class that is way shorter. I think it's going to be easier to headshot a dwarf and harder to get headshots with a dwarf, but we'll see. I'm with Donnie. He looks like a goblin half-breed, says Wilson. What's that, Wilson? Yeah, I think he does kind of look like that for sure.
Wilson knows.
What about a dark elf? Does that work?
A
drow
drow,
would be
dark
cool.
elf. I think drow or dark.
Oh, is that a drow?
Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I would love to see that, but we'll see. I don't know.
Oh, I was meaning like that skin.
I mean, I guess like a bald, sickly-looking drow. But drow just look like black elves. They're super cool looking.
Yeah.
They look awesome. I love. Here, I'll show you a picture of a drow.
I just, I like dwarves too, but I'm cool with them never putting dwarves in the game if that means that, they're going to add like different heights and stuff. I'm a fan of everyone kind of being on equal ground.
Yeah. True. It might get really fucking annoying to have to shoot a dwarf, like a little fat thing running around.
Mm-hmm.
Soma, are you going to main Warlock? I'm gonna try. If it's fleshed out more so than Bard was, and there's actually perks and skills and some decent spells to choose from, and it's more put together than Bard initially was, then 100% yes, I'm gonna try to main Warlock. I'm gonna go all in. Even if I suck at first and I'm getting my ass kicked, I'm gonna stick with it, get it to level 20, practice, and try to be my party's Warlock. That is my goal. Dwarf doesn't have to duck troll attacks. That's true. Meta boss tank, not a bad thought, actually.
I'm a little sad that the Warlock isn't one with the shadows, I was getting so hyped thinking of how it would work.
I think we might. I mean, if a rogue can be sneaky and use daggers and stealth, but also be a double jumping rapier short sword goon, or ditch all the weapons and be a pickpocketer, I think Warlock and other classes are going to have a myriad of different playstyles attached to them as well. I think maybe there's a chance that with other perks, Maybe you are using the shadows and you're using longsword, and maybe you're not using spells at all, like we mentioned earlier. Maybe we'll see someone that is only using a spell book and spells, no sword at all. I think there's going to be different playstyles. That's you.
That's what I'm aiming for.
That's you. And yes, I do live on the West Coast, Berkey. Well, kind of. I'm in Las Vegas, Pacific Standard Time. Do you guys think you'll be able to bonk with a flute? I hope so. I doubt
For
it.
like 3
Just
damage,
like a-
sure, I'd roll with that.
Yeah. Stick it in someone's eye.
I'd like a light push attack would be nice. If you could like kind of
Like a shove or something.
shove, yeah, like a light little shove. That'd be nice.
I'm looking
Not
at
too
both
far, not too
chats.
drastic.
Lord Collector. Big Skillet Gaming in my chat says, do you think Iron Mace has developed their own launcher, or will they wait for Steam? At this point, we don't know what's happening.
knows?
Isn't there supposed to be some news, Jay? With the
I bet they're doing both.
I think they're probably
That would
doing
be my
both.
guess.
They
They probably
get
have
ready
their
for
own
both.
launcher as like a plan B if the lawsuit stuff doesn't go down.
Well said. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Law stuff. Time is it right now in Korea? Like noon, 2 p.m. or something like that. They're probably in court right now in Korea, and then the deadline for the U.S. case is on the 26th. So yeah, this is like crunch time right now. Over the next week, we'll actually get some real solid stuff.
I'm telling you. I'm telling
the
you.
game's
for
delayed for 16 years.
I'm telling you, because I'm potentially starting a new job on August 7th or 14th, the game will come out days before I start my new job. Just wait. That's what Iron Mace has been waiting on, is my time to no longer be mine, so they can
The
release the
question
game.
is, will you quit?
The job?
No.
I mean, I got a baby, dude.
Wait, careful. Whatever you say right now decides if the game comes out, you know what I mean?
To make
No,
the
don't
game
quit your
come
job,
out,
'cause
then
if you
no, I won't
do-
quit. If I quit, they're suddenly going to have an issue with their launcher. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll be taken down off Steam again. How crazy would Fulgore be in a Warlock? It's the dream. It just sounds
shit, I didn't even think of that.
a strength,
one,
a
yeah.
strength
Oh my
magic
God.
damage Warlock with Fulgore.
And it's hybrid.
So
the
good.
full
Around
damage
is-
scales. Oh my
You will-
god.
Nosferatu.
It will be so good. It's going to be so amazing. Honestly, just imagine like Kuma's claw, or the Kuma falchion. I don't know if it's claw or fang. That with a bunch of magic damage attached to it as well. Fuck, it's going to be strong. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Yeah, but Fulgore Warlock, that's like my
disgusting to
dream right
think
there.
about.
That's my dream right there. That's what I'm going to be gunning for. I can't wait.
It's a good dream.
Warlock looked like he had
We
5
should
spell
really-
slots, but only 3 spells equipped, so they can have more spells depending on amount of knowledge. Probably. Yep.
Could be a UI thing as well.
Yep.
As well.
What were we going to say, Donnie?
I was gonna say next, if they do another playtest, I really, really, really want to start like chasing uniques, because I've never
Yes.
touched a unique in game.
I've never killed a boss.
Okay, well, there you go.
Let's kill
I
a
killed,
boss and fucking try to get some
Shame
named
Lich
items.
one time.
Yeah,
No.
I never killed a boss once. All I spent my time on was trying to PvP. That's all I was doing.
Which is fun.
But now I would like to get serious with bosses. I feel like now's the time. But yeah, all I cared about was get into the raid and try to track down players and kill them, because I'm a sweaty nerd like that. But I would like to do more PvE and bossing type shit when the game comes around next time. Your teammates suck too much to kill a boss. Yeah. I feel you.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
You
I'm not
can't
the
say that about-
problem.
Donnie's
all
right here.
Yeah, dude. I'm not the problem. All right.
Lord
I'm
Collector
kidding, I
says,
am.
never touched a unique, you say. Rubs greedy goblin hands together. I have not. Neither has Donnie.
I'm a simple lad.
Hey, me neither.
You haven't, Jay? Really?
Well, okay, I've had uniques, but not like named items, artifacts or whatever they call them.
Well, legendary is the yellow one. Unique is the named item. So legendary is like
Well,
the
there's unique non-named items. You know that?
What? So okay, this is how if
It's
I
like
go
the
to the,
Peach color or whatever.
I'm gonna go to the wiki and I'll show you what I mean. So you have
gray through unique and named items. So yeah.
So we got uniques and weapons. Here we go. So junk, poor, common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, unique. Legendary has a bunch of fucking great stats on its max damage. There's tons of stats. Uniques are these named items. So legendary
Confidently had a unique spellbook, and wizard has no named items.
Interesting. Okay, maybe it's just
They're
some
just, like,
weird
super
development
rare.
shit. Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
very rare.
I'm cool with the
Interesting.
gray. You know what I'm saying, guys? I get some, you know.
Soma
scrubs.
tripping because I didn't know that. Whatever, lube. Suck it. Let's see here. So Skelly says I'm down to kill some boss up player injury. All right, brother. Let's see. I'm just fucking with you, lube. Lube Cubes. Nice name, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I'm a noob. I've never killed a boss. You can't be mad at it. You can't
So
be
don't
mad at
blame
a
him, guys.
noob. He's just a
boy.
Yeah, he's put a boy, a poorly noob. Hey, you can't blame me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a low level PvPer. You know, I suck.
Fair.
What else you guys got?
Scrub. That's why you brought Jay on, dude.
Yeah, he's the good one.
Well,
Yeah,
He's
I'm the guy that tries hard but never achieves greatness. Donnie is the casual, and Jay is like the chill expert at the game. He's like the pro player. Yeah, we all have our role here.
I'm
Okay.
complete dog shit at that game.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Unironically, I do think that
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm terrible. Meanwhile, #1 wizard a few times. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
once.
Yeah,
Oh, once,
exactly.
sorry.
The
That's
D&D
right, number
nerd,
2
the
a lot.
casual.
He's-
Yeah, the
Sorry,
pro, the
guys.
casual, and the nerd. Exactly. Exactly. Sing
Which I
Barber.
think
Number
is
one in
an
my heart.
excellent mix. You know,
It is.
how
It
you
is.
get like actual different, perspectives. And
That's
stuff.
exactly right. A lot of people have said that, like in DMs, are like, they say shit like, I love the dynamic. I love how different all three of you are. The podcast would not be the same if you had just pro players on, just casuals that weren't paying attention to stuff, to just a nerd that didn't have high level gameplay abilities like you. We all bring something unique to the table, and I think that's why this podcast is so cool. So good on you, gents.
And then, what would be a podcast without one guy continuously making cum jokes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
almost made it a whole episode, Donnie.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
We're so
He
close.
tried. He tried, dude. He tried.
I tried.
Wilson
My strength,
says,
dude. It's what I bring to the table. Come on.
You bring cum jokes to the table. I like that. Wilson says, Sing, Barb, and Warlock. What's everyone's team comps? Clerics a must pick. All hypothetical, but interesting. I think Bard, Warlock, Wizard is going to be fucking disgusting. I think Warlock, Fighter, Cleric is also going to be disgusting. Or Barbarian, Cleric, Warlock. That's
It
what-
just depends on those bard buffs. I don't think cleric will ever get knocked. There's no way.
No.
Cleric is too good.
Cleric should
Cleanse
be
is
good.
too good.
Like, we're talking healing like 300-400 damage in the hands of a cleric, right? How are you going to replace that in a team fight?
yeah.
We're not even talking about protection and stuff.
We have to see more healing shit come out of Bard that's strong for Bard to really be able to replace Cleric. We also have to see Druid and what their healing kit will be as well. But I do think Bard,
True.
Cleric, Druid, obviously those are the supports. We don't know what Druid and what Bard has yet. We have to see if Bard has a strong heal. But if they do, yeah, I think Cleric could be replaced as like the main healer, but we have to see.
We can guess on the bard spells. I think I have a decent idea of them.
Go for it.
You would like. Oh. So interaction speed, they have like a damage mitigation one, which is a little circle with the music note. The squiggly line up arrow is percent increase, probably to base stats like Curse of Weakness. They have 2 personal buffs. It looks like Fleet Footwork from League, so I would assume it's a movement speed buff. And then they have the Power Shrine looking buff. So they must be like increased strength and movement speed, personal bard buffs, and then the rest for
Interesting.
everyone else.
Interesting. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Cat Girly says, I've seen every episode of the podcast, so happy to catch it live. Awesome. Hell yeah, Cat
Welcome.
Girly.
Thank you.
Love that.
Like, subscribe, comment.
El Patata says, we suck, but we have fun. That's the point. Exactly. Pat.
Mhm.
There you go.
I think Cleric will be tuned down a bit, just my opinion. They're quite strong. I think maybe some of their spells will be decreased a little bit as well. We'll see, though.
It's a matter of time when they add more class, like more supports. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
end up toning it down, I bet.
As the resident merchant gamer, what was your level of interaction with the market? I use it a lot.
I don't use it a ton.
You did or didn't, Donnie?
Did not.
I liked it.
I rarely use it. Only because like I'm streaming, so I'm just trying to like minimize downtime. You know, I'm not sitting on
makes
a
sense.
trade screen for 15 minutes straight trying to sell 2 items. There's no way.
It's definitely a good way to make a lot more gold than just, selling a blue item to the merchant. It's a good way to make good gold.
Sometimes you're in there for like fucking 5 minutes. Just want to sell. It's just, no, I can't do it sometimes. Yeah, whatever.
I do think you're gonna be forced to really sell the good stuff very often though in early access. I imagine gold will be a lot harder to come by.
Probably.
And good gear.
You should get a fence. There you go. A hired lore collector as our fence. The official Darkest Hour podcast fence. There you go.
Lore collector cracks me up. He hit me up one time. What did you try? He tried to offer me a crystal sword for like 700 gold, and I'm like, I wouldn't buy a crystal sword for more than 50, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who's out here buying that shit, but whatever.
Stonks, dude. He's out here. He's finessing.
Crazy.
He read that. What's that Trump book?
Art of the Deal.
Art of the Deal, baby.
Oh shit.
Amazing. All right, what questions do you guys have? Anything else? Drop your questions and your comments, folks. What do you got for us?
I guess let's talk to us real quick. What do y'all think? You think 1 to 10? How do you feel about the Warlock class right now?
7, and I am optimistic that could be an 8 or a 9 depending on what else we see in the kit. Now, if the kit is a bunch of I damage myself sacrifice type shit and it's just more of that, I ain't gonna be too stoked. That number will go down to like a 5.
Fun dynamic.
It is, but not if the whole kit's that. Like, I want to see some versatility. Yeah. But 7 for now. Could be a 5. Well. Yeah, could be a 9. You're about the same.
I was really underwhelmed from because I solo a lot, but after thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be nasty.
Yeah.
For solo.
Yeah.
You just
I think it's gonna be a fun time.
You kind of just have a short window because you gotta kill someone quick in a 3-man, But if you can figure out how to do that, then yeah, you're probably gonna rail.
Yeah.
Honestly. Especially just dumping curses of pain out.
What do you think, Donnie?
No charges or anything?
I'm higher on it. I think it looks fun. I think it's I love the idea of them taking D&D lore and trying to make something that kind of follows those lines, but I think what they did makes a lot of sense for the game. And I think it looks like a really fun way to play the game. The idea of sacrificing my health to do damage, I like kind of like the gambler aspect of it. I think that's cool.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Do you guys think Warlock will have magical healing would be any good for self-sustain? Yes, I think plus magical healing on like a torture build is going to be disgusting. That to me sounds like a viable way to play a health sacrificing Warlock. Plus magic damage, plus magical healing, plus strength. Fuck yeah, it could be extremely good.
I got my money on that magical healing interaction. The scaling's gonna be so unchecked. You're gonna throw one curse of pain out and tick for 20 health a second.
It's gonna be fucking insane. Yeah. Do you know healing is a turnoff? Well, we mentioned it earlier, but the no healing thing, like not being able to use potions or bandages, we think pretty sure that it's tied to the torture mastery perk. If that perk is off, then you can just heal. Yeah. Lord Collector says, do you think Warlock loses flat HP or percent HP? Well,
they lose flat. It's 3 cost.
Yep, 3 cost, and then Power of Sacrifice was 2 HP per second for 12 seconds to get 15 strength.
Yeah.
I'm not super excited about Power of Sacrifice. That's like the one that I'm like, I think it could be good. Spell. It could be. I think if you Power of Sacrifice like a fucking wizard or something like that, someone that doesn't use strength typically, and then you also cast Curse of Pain, and you have like these massive dots, 2 really strong dots on the wizard, and you can get 1 good hit on him with your sword, he's dead. It's gonna be strong. But I think hitting a barbarian who's charging towards you with Power of Sacrifice and giving that motherfucker 15 health so that you can do a couple damage per second is gonna get you killed over and over and over again.
Yeah, I thought that was a big deal, or a problem, but the Warlock actually loses health when he buffs himself. Because technically,
right, that's what I mean. Yeah, the target loses.
Health from it, right?
Yes.
You get 30 health from it and take 24 damage.
Yep, that's right.
So you would think okay, so I lose no health
if you don't get hit. If you don't get hit by an attack.
Yes, but the Warlock actually loses health from full and sacrifice runs its course. So he actually loses, I think it was like 10 health or something like that. So it's an offensive dot.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely
that,
yeah.
like if you're worried about like the strength scaling, you can just hit them with Curse of Weakness after. But it just means that you have to now weakness them if you sacrifice an enemy.
Right.
I think Warlock's cool. I think the whole damage myself to damage somebody else, I think that's very unique to the game. And
Yep.
I like it. I like new things. I think it's a, you know, because playing Bard, when you first played it, I'm sure it's different now. When you first played, you're like, I can play music and then I do everything else the same. It's like, I don't know. This actually feels like a real, like, excellent jab in a new direction. So I'm excited.
Warlock will be risky. I'm excited for it. Worried about fighter class getting hammered, though. All this magic damage. Dude, fighter's going to be fine. Fighter's going to be totally fine. Right. I think we'll see fighters try to stack more magic res going forward, but they should be doing that anyway. Yeah. They should be doing that anyway.
Fighter is and should be the meat and potatoes class. It should be you just started the game and you want like an easy to play, like, you know, not master, but kind of jack of all trades. Play fighter.
Yeah. It's like playing a warrior in WoW when you first play, or a barbarian when you first try Diablo. It's the typical track. Yeah.
Go click heads, dude.
Exactly.
Yep.
Lube Coob says, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I'm fairly confident fighter will get some form of magic defense. I mean, the next class, another spellcaster, right? How could they not? Yeah, I mean, the perks, the spells, the abilities, the skills that we see attached to all the classes, it's just the start, in my opinion. I think there's going to be double the fucking perks and abilities for all the classes. It's going to be a ton, which I think is a good thing. I also think that when you hit level 20, a 5th perk slot should open up. I said it.
Or the skill tree.
Or the skill tree, yeah. Exactly. Yes. Talent tree or whatever. You're going to have to explain that to me like I'm 5, because, huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Oh.
I don't know, Tadpole. I don't know what you mean. Power of Sacrifice is like adrenaline rush for fighter, right? No, definitely not. It's different.
Nah.
Agree, lots more to come for every class. Yes, we're only seeing the start. Exactly. Level 15 max level, what you mean? No, I'm saying you get perks at level 1, 5, 10, and 15. I was saying when you hit level 20, wouldn't it be cool to get a new perk, a 5th slot? Jay said, no, what about the talent mastery trees? Talent trees being opened up at 20. That sounds better. If we get them.
One day.
Oh, okay, you're just joking. I got you, Bobby. Okay. What percent do you think the court case in the U.S. will get dismissed? What percent? That's a weird way to ask.
50-50, dude. Easy.
Yeah. I think, honestly, just pure hopium with no information, just trying to stay positive. I think it's just going to get tossed out, which will change the DMCA claim. And I think, if anything, what could happen is Koreans just don't get to play the game, and it gets stuck in Korea in the court system there. But the rest of the world gets to play as Iron Mace continues on with the case, hoping that they win. That's kind of where
NordVPN.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
NordVPN sponsors are going to be on every streamer under the Dark and Darker category. That's for damn.
Yeah, exactly. I still think there's a solid chance U.S. case gets dismissed. Not even that hopium fueled. Yeah, it's not even that hopium fueled. I think there is a good chance it gets thrown out. It just doesn't make sense to do it here and in Korea. It's clear that a giant corporation is trying to bleed out a smaller company, and that kind of shit gets tossed out and destroyed in courts in the States all the time. Corporations always try that kind of stuff, of course. And it's something that judges are not blind to. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. At this point, even if Iron Mace loses, Nexon wants money. So no matter what, I think we will see Dark and Darker. It's just, will Nexon get a fat fucking royalty check every month or every year from Dark and Darker? Will they get some of that revenue and profit from Iron Mace and settle? Or will Iron Mace walk away and they get to keep all their money? That's what it comes down to, because at this point, Dark and Darker is going to make millions and millions of dollars, and Nexon wants a chunk of that. So either they're going to get a chunk or they're not. But the game will come out, because why throw away a sure thing? Why throw away money? Nexon at this point is trying to get a slice of the pie. How big is the slice? We don't know yet. That's what they
Let's
want.
let's hope that's the case. But I mean, they might be taking this personally, right? Like the guy worked for them. They might feel personally attacked by this. Like they might just.
Yes, I agree. Yes, they might be taking it personally, and they're like, destroy these motherfuckers. I'm taking it personally. But a corporation would never spend a bunch of money on a legal case just to squash something and walk away as the dust settles and not try to make money from it. A corporation wants one thing and one thing only: the revenue graph to go up and to the right. Money. They want profit. There's no fucking shot they let this die without making some money.
You think they fired P3 up again? You think they're working on P3 again?
100%.
At Nexon?
Fucking 1,000%. Yes.
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
think
like
so.
50-50 on that.
I think they are. I think that they are trying to stall the market out, Iron Mace out as much as possible while they scramble to buy a studio, start P3 up again, hire new people, while they try to figure out an angle where they can get some of the revenue that the game will generate. I think they're doing anything they can to scramble right now to make some cash. That's all this is. No corporation is going to be like, you know what, out of the principle of this, we're just going to squash these fools and walk away. No, those motherfuckers want to get paid. That's all they care about. That's every corporation. So
We're like legally obliged to make money for investors, right?
Shareholders, the board of directors, they all want to keep their seat. They all want to keep making money, and the only way to keep making money is to fucking try to generate more revenue in any way they can that doesn't fuck over the company or have you lose your job. So if that is, let's try to fucking get Iron Mace to settle and take them to court in the States and Korea and slowly bleed them out and keep pushing the fucking dates back as long as possible so we can make our own game, that's one way. Or let's keep doing this until they finally can't afford it anymore and they give up and they settle with us so we get 20% of the profit every year or whatever. They'll do that. But there's no way they're just going to say kill them so that no one gets anything. There's too much opportunity. There's too many millions of dollars on the line.
Yeah.
Now, if it was not a game that got super popular, I don't even think Nexon would have cared. If this was a blip on the radar, Nexon probably never would have chased after him at all, because this was so explosive and so successful and had so many. It was going viral on its own without any sort of advertising or marketing at all.
$600 Reddit marketing campaign back in August.
Yeah, it was like barely anything done, and it's got this much traction. Yeah, Nexon wants a piece. That's all it is. They want a piece.
Fair.
Yep.
I'd want a piece too.
And I at the end of the day, though, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. I could be completely wrong, right? Maybe they are fucking petty over at Nexon, and they just want to melt down Iron Mace and walk away with nothing because they have nothing now too. That could be the case. I don't know. It's just conjecture. We don't know. Yeah, 500K players via torrent is insane. It is.
A lot of Nexon employees hopped on the game, got absolutely ran. That's my guess.
This game fucking sucks. What do I pay to win?
That's hilarious. All right. Any final questions, final thoughts before we head out of here tonight, chat? What do you guys got for us? Guilds at early access? I doubt it. I think if we don't see another playtest, which would be us testing out Warlock and Bard and whatnot, and some of the Goblin Caves changes and whatnot, I think when EA drops, we'll be lucky if we are able to do questing and have access to a talent tree. I think post EA, as updates come out, big updates, guilds will be some huge update a fucking year after EA starts or something. That's my guess. We'll see. We shall see. I think that's everything. I think we answered everything. This was a good one. This was fun. Fun to go over the Hell video. Fun to take a look at the Warlock first look. It was fun to chat. 25 episodes already. Pretty nuts. Wow. Pretty crazy.
25.
Yes, sir.
What is that in months?
It's half a year almost.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jesus.
It's pretty nuts. So
pretty much.
next episode is 100% going to be on Sunday, the 23rd at 7 p.m. PT. We have a guest coming on, Mr. Arcane Armor. He's super fucking cool. Nice guy. Very much looking forward to talking to him, getting his thoughts on the game and all that. He does the player profiles on his channel, and they're quite good. So, thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for joining me tonight, fellas. This was fun.
Yeah,
Good times.
of course. Always a good time.
Yes, sir. Good times.
Thanks for showing up, chat. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
Let him know, man.
We
fuck
will.
you, chat.
Yeah, fuck you,
Go
chat.
fuck yourself.
Fuck you, chat. No, you guys are good. You guys are okay. Yeah, this has been episode 25 of The Darkest Hour. We will see you guys next Sunday, this coming Sunday, for episode 26 with Arcane Armor. Until then, have a great rest of your week and hold the line, my friends. Take it easy.
Shadow Money Wizard Gang.
Money. Get that. What is it? Shadow Wizard Gang? Is that what they call it?
Shadow Money Wizard Gang.
Shadow Money Wizard Gang. Nice. Goodbye.